Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time. My name is Igor Duboyski. I am lead forensic expert at Regula. I've been working in forensic examination for more than 20 years. For this time, I really conduct a lot of examinations, thousands of documents, banknotes. I trained a lot of people around the world, and now I help to develop some forensic devices in Regula. Before we begin, just quick some notes. If you have any problems with your audio, please try to connect us using your dial-in number in your invitation. Feel free to submit your questions. We will answer them in the end of our webinar. And this webinar is being recorded, so we will send you the link in the next few days with the video. Here is what we have planned for today, our agenda. We will start from some quick overview about Regula as a company and about our products. The second session will be dedicated to examination, some practical cases using our video spectral comparator 4308. And finally, we will end with Q&A session, and we will answer your questions. So, as a company, we started more than 30 years ago as a hardware company. Later, we started to produce some devices for document and banknote verification. And after that, we started to produce the hardware and software solution for automated document verification. From the first days, we were focusing on 100% in-house R&D manufacturing devices. It allowed us to control the quality of our devices, and it was really life-saving strategy during the pandemic COVID-19. We covered over 170 countries, and our solutions are being used on over than 80 borders. We have more than 1,000 clients, and the most benefits for them, then they can use most comprehensive database of document templates, which contains now more than 16,000 documents. Regula has 6 main offices located worldwide, with a headquarters in Latvia, Daugavpils. At the same time, we have intensive partners program. Our partnerships and offices allow us to provide high quality service of our clients from all continents, and really we can collect the field feedback and provide high quality service around the world. Let's consider some key features about Regula. The fact that we are global as a company allow us to collect information and feedback and knowledge from all continents, and we can implement these ideas in our product to develop them. So we are the only company on market that covers 4 key spheres. We produce software and hardware solutions for document and biometric verification. We produce forensic devices for document examination, for forensic expert. At the same time, we have our own, the best information reference system of documents and banknotes, which is most comprehensive. And at the same time, we provide the training workshop for our clients. So technically, we are one-stop shop for building reliable and effective verification system. And it doesn't matter what type of reports you have, because our flexibility of our products allow to implement our solution in any type of reports. For many years, Regula has worked closely with a lot of international organizations and forensic laboratories around the world, like Frontex, IOM, ICAR, etc. So it allows us to collect information and knowledge and implement them in our solutions. Now, I'd like to show you a short video about our forensic products. This video has been recorded by my colleagues from Germany, Vladimir Timoshenko, directly from the heart of Regula, from our demonstration hall in Daugavpils in Latvia.
A warm welcome to the very heart of our demonstration room at Regula's headquarters in Daugavpils, Latvia. Here you can see a selection of the key devices that Regula produces for forensic work and border control purposes. I'll be giving you more detail about some of these today. For the other devices, we'll stick to providing you with the basic information. However, in the near future, there are plans to make some of these devices available in Germany. This will give you the opportunity not only to obtain detailed information about the devices, but also to try them out in practice whenever needed. The first two devices are representatives of our range of magneto-optical instruments, the VIN verifier Regula 7505M and the magneto-optical scanner Regula 7701M. The VIN verifier Regula 7505M is a one-of-a-kind device with no analogues in the world. It allows for the non-destructive examination of vehicle identification numbers on metal surfaces, without the need to remove paint or coatings. This makes it possible to reveal relief patterns and irregularities in the material, even on surfaces that are corroded or have been ground down. The device delivers highly accurate, and above all, rapid results that simply wouldn't be achieved with conventional systems, making it a much quicker and more efficient solution for this type of work. As you might have guessed, the system can also be used to examine firearms and related items in a safe and controlled manner. Since we're not allowed to keep firearms in the office, we're using a knife instead. Serial numbers on weapons often engraved deeper into the material, which means a stronger magnetic field is required to make them visible. The Regula 7517 includes a special device to generate an additional, powerful magnetic field and a set of eddy current scanners. These components, when used together with the Regula 7505M device, allow experts to reliably and accurately examine serial numbers on firearms. The magneto-optical scanner Regula 7701M is a specialized examination device. It is used to examine documents produced with magnetic ink, helping to identify and study their unique security features in detail. It allows you to detect, read, and compare invisible magnetic patterns, as well as security features, magnetic codes, and strokes, making it easier to identify and verify hidden elements within documents printed with magnetic ink. In addition, it's possible to recover text that has been smudged or crossed out as it was originally printed using magnetic ink. The scanner also measures physical parameters, such as the distribution of magnetic induction and the overall magnetic flux, providing a clearer understanding of the document's properties. Let's move on to the document readers. They are an essential part of today's modern border control systems. Regular document readers are used at border checkpoints in more than 80 countries around the world and fully automate reading and verification of personal data from passports, identity cards, driver's licenses, visas, and other identity documents, along with performing advanced authenticity checks of their security features. The system also includes functionality for matching passport portraits with live images and facial recognition databases, ensuring a seamless and fully integrated identity verification process. The reference database of sample documents now contains over 15,000 templates and is continually being updated with new ones. At the same time, Regula produces desktop, embedded, and even mobile readers to cover all possible scenarios where fast and high-quality authentication of identity documents is required. Another standout in the Regula product line is the high-resolution scanner Regula 8880, a device that really catches the eye with its impressive capabilities. There are two primary application scenarios. One is the remote examination of documents, where forensic experts can analyze suspicious identity documents remotely with the help of specialized software. The scans can be examined in detail, allowing border officers to receive real-time expert support. It also plays an important role in creating and maintaining high-quality image databases, ensuring that stored visuals remain accurate, detailed, and up-to-date for a wide range of professional applications. This makes the system an essential tool for forensic laboratories, border control points, banks, and of course, security printing houses. The next section will focus on the devices used for quick, manual checks of identification documents. The Regula 4205D and the Regula 4325 document verification devices. At this point, I won't go into detail about these two devices, but I'll briefly mention that both models offer everything needed for a thorough authenticity check of identity documents right at a border officer's desk. For example, they feature a wide range of different light sources, a powerful magnification capability, as well as connectivity with the Regula information reference systems, which contain a digital catalog of identity documents from around the world. Another special feature developed for the Regula OVD Analyzer 2303. The device enables high-resolution capture of holograms or their fragments and can generate GIF sequences to clearly showcase holographic effects under various lighting conditions. It offers two operating modes, a visualization mode and an automation mode. The latter involves analyzing the diffraction gratings of a hologram, such as their spacing and orientation, and comparing the results with reference data stored in databases. And finally, the most important pieces of equipment at today's meeting, the video spectral comparators. Let's begin with the smallest device, the Regula 4305 DMH. Then we have the Regula 4306 and the Regula 4307, and of course, our flagship model, the Regula 4308, which we'll be using to conduct the examinations during the practical part of today's webinar. Each of these devices is unique in its own way, with distinct features and capabilities. The Regula 4305 DMH, the smallest model, runs on just 12 volts, making it particularly well suited for mobile use. The 4306 model is slightly bigger in size, but it allows you to examine almost any object, regardless of its dimensions, with great ease and excellent results. In terms of functionality, the Regula 4306 is nearly on par with our flagship model. The Regula 4307 is available in a wide range of configurations, enabling you to choose exactly the combination of features you need to achieve the perfect balance between functionality and cost. And finally, our flagship model, the Regula 4308, the most powerful and advanced device of our entire range. It comes with two optical systems featuring high-resolution cameras of 14 and 12 megapixels, along with an optical zoom of up to 320 times for capturing even the finest details with impressive clarity. Its spacious, ergonomically designed housing with side panels that open outward provides ample room for examining larger items. The Regula 4308 comes with more than 40 light sources, the vast majority of which are LED-based. It allows for 4,095 different combinations of lighting and filters to be configured and used. A high-resolution spectrometer also enhances and broadens the system's analysis capabilities. Virtually all the possible components are motorized, as you would expect from a top-of-the-line device. The motorized XY stage enables precise scanning and stitching of documents, accommodating sizes of up to A3 format. There is also a motorized angled system with automatic tilt adjustment, an essential feature for comprehensive examination. The optical system itself is motorized, allowing precise control of the focus plane when examining objects of varying heights. You can capture A4-sized images in all lighting modes, without the need for stitching. The system also includes modules for hyperspectral analysis and 3D visualization. We could go on describing the features for quite some time, but for now, let's move on to the practical part of our webinar. I'd like to invite you to take a look at some of these possibilities.
So next, let's consider some practical cases of examination different type of documents using our flagship video spectral comparator 4308. The first case will be dedicated to examination of question banknote. We will compare this one with our reference banknote from our database, and this examination will be based on comparison, as usual, traditionally. So let's start. In this case, when we deal often with the same object in forensic laboratory, we can use the script in our software, so it makes our workflow easier. Now we are creating the script in this new script in our software. So we have to zoom in our reference banknote. Yeah, we started from the reference one. We are capturing the image, of course, after every step. Normally, we start from white light. Next, we will check this banknote in the infrared light, 850 nanometers. And also, we are capturing the image. And you can see that some means visible, some is invisible in the infrared light. The next light source is ultraviolet, traditionally 365, and we can see ultraviolet luminescent pattern in form of denomination of the banknote and fibers, security fibers, which are implemented in the paper. Now we will check our banknote in the narrowband light sources, infrared luminescence, in the light 420 nanometers, and you can see the same element in form of denomination of the banknote in the infrared luminescence. Now we will check some security features which are implemented in the paper. We will check them in transmitted light, like security suite and watermark. So to check the watermark, we have to move our banknote directly in the position with the watermark. We can do it automatically in our device. On the right part of the screen, you can see all steps of our scenario of examination. So we will zoom in the area with the watermark to analyze the details of this element, and also we are capturing the image. Now we will check printing techniques of the banknotes because it's crucial. We are moving our object in the area with the images which are printed with intaglio printing technique. And to check this printing technique, we have to switch on oblique light to visualize the relief of the strokes. And now you can see this relief, the ray strokes of intaglio printing. And you can see the background patterns which are printed using offset printing. Now we are moving our banknote in the area with the serial number, because we know that the characters of the serial number should be printed using letterpress printing, also with relief. So we are staying on the oblique white light sources. Yeah, but we have to zoom in a little bit to analyze the relief of the strokes, and you can see the relief of OEI inks. Yeah, we can see the relief of indented stroke of letterpress printing technique. No, just for demonstration, it's enough. We'll save our script. Now we can use this script for examination the same object in our laboratory. So we will just start from the beginning. Now we have to zoom out, switch on white light. We will send our object stage in the initial position. And then we will activate our script for automatical examination of our banknote. Just a minute, the object stage is moving in the initial position. So now, just enough to click start, and the device will automatically repeat all steps of our script. So we just need to activate, and you can see how the device automatically changes all these steps from one light sources to another one. And the device is capturing the images in the infrared light, and you can see the same picture. With the ultraviolet light, the same ultraviolet luminescence of fibers and patterns in form of denomination of the banknote. Now we are activating narrowband light source, 420 nanometers. And we can see again the infrared luminescence pattern in form of denomination. Now we will check security features which are implemented in the paper, security set and watermark. The device automatically move our object in the area with the watermark according to the step in our scenario and capture the image. Now we are checking the printing techniques of the element on our banknote. Yeah, the device activates automatically oblique light source, and we can see the relief of intaglio printing. Now we are checking letterpress printing, the characters of serial number, and we can see again the relief of these strokes. So you can see in the left part of our screen all these images which are captured according to our script. So in our storage there is a subfolder with all these images which we can use for examination, for comparison, our reference banknote and our question banknote. So now we will apply the same script for automatic examination of our question banknote. So we will again send our object stage in the initial position. We will zoom out and activate white light, top white light. So we need just to replace our object inside of the device. And we will automatically start our script again, just clicking button start. So you can see the new object, new banknote with another serial number. In this case, as I mentioned, we have to just click start of our scenario. And device will automatically, according to our script, zoom in up to 1.3 times magnification, capture the image in the white light, turn to the infrared light, 850 nanometers, and you can see that the image is the same like in reference banknote, in the genuine one. Some beams are invisible, some of them visible. And in the UV light 365, you can estimate the differences. Yeah, there is no ultraviolet luminescent pattern, and the watermark is visible in UV. In the narrowband light sources also, the picture is different. So now we will check security features in paper, watermark. The device is moving our object directly to the area with the watermark and zoom in automatically. And you can see that watermark looks differently, unlike in genuine banknote. Now we are checking printing techniques. The device activates automatically oblique light source, and you can see that there is no relief in this area. Now we are checking letterpress printing in the characters of serial number. And here also you can see that there is no relief. So it means that all images in this question banknote, they are printing with offset type of printing, offset printing techniques. So we have now two sets of photo in two different subfolders, and we can use these results for analyzing, for comparison of our question banknote and our genuine one. We can do it in the tab examination. We will open all these images step by step and compare the results. You can see the brightness of genuine banknote, how it looks in the infrared light, and in the UV light. Now we are opening the image of the question banknote in the different light sources, and you can estimate the difference. Yeah, they look completely different in the UV light. So now let's check how they look in the narrow band light sources, infrared luminescence, and some security features, watermark, and printing techniques. And you can see the result in the narrow band light sources. Also, the image is completely different. And the watermarks also look completely different. Yeah. And the last one, printing techniques. Here we can obviously recognize offset printing, intaglio printing, letterpress printing, but in the question banknote, there is only offset printing techniques. So we can make conclusions that our question banknote is fake and was produced using offset printing technique. We can zoom in, we can operate with our images because they are synchronized. So it's quite convenient for examination for forensic experts. So the second case is devoted to examination of some alterations in the handwritten documents. We, especially for our webinar, prepared two band checks. Of course, they are not genuine, just demonstration objects. The first one we made written by black inks. The second one was written using blue inks. So let's consider the first one. So you can see how it looks in the white light. So initially we captured the image of our examined object, yeah, and we try to find the same, the inks which look the same in the white light, but when we activate narrowband light sources and activate the function of infrared luminescence, you can see that different inks have the different luminescence in the narrowband light sources, and you can see that some signs are altered, some letters are altered. Also, we captured the image in this narrowband light sources, and now in the comparison tab in the examination or in the examination tab, we can compare our object, how they look. In the white light, they look the same, but in the narrowband light sources, you can see that the latest thing were altered in our object, and the value of the bank check was changed. The second case, as I mentioned, was written using blue inks. Just let's imagine that narrowband light sources didn't give us successful results, so we can use in this case spectrometer, and we will examine the color characteristics of these inks. Of course, when we examine using spectrometer, we have to measure a lot of, we have to do a lot of measurements, multiple measurements in different areas to estimate the difference of these inks, depending on the distribution of the inks, depending on the thickness of the inks. But in this case, just for demonstration, we will take just two measurements in the letter N and letter T, just to compare the graphs and to demonstrate for you how it works in practice. And here you can see two graphs. They are different in shape. They have a different location of the peaks, and they have some like intersection points. So in combination with the result of different of other methods, we can make conclusions that these letters were written using different ballpoint pen inks, but they are both blue, have blue color. Yeah, but the result show us differences between these inks. The next case dedicated to examination of printed document using color laser printer. So we'll compare the yellow dots patterns in these documents. First of all, we have to select area with minimum printed text. We have to zoom in, of course, and capture the image in this area to visualize the yellow dot patterns. We have to move on to the examination tab, select the area for examination. As I mentioned, it shouldn't be printed here. And just click the processing button, and the device will automatically find all these patterns, all these dots, and visualize them in our software in form of the black dots. And you can see the pattern which is repeated, the pattern of our printer. So now we will examine the second page of our document or another document. The same process. We have to try to find area with the minimum printed strokes and text. We have to zoom in. Much better to use the same magnification. We have to capture the image and open our photo in the examination tab. We are selecting the area for processing for examination, and again activate the function processing of this module, and the device also automatically will find all these yellow dots and visualize the pattern of the printer. Okay, you can see again the pattern of the printer in form of the black dots. We have to save the result, and now in the comparison tab we can compare the result of examination. These patterns in the first page of the document, or on the first document, and on the second one. In this comparison tab we can locate our object differently, horizontally, vertically. We can apply the function of overlapping. We can compare these patterns, and the result of examination allow to make conclusion that these documents were printed using different color laser printers. And the last case, here we will examine two signatures. One of them was written using blue color inks, and the second one was written using black color inks. We know that signature have relief because they're handwritten. So in this case, we will determine the sequence of intersecting strokes. In this case, we can use our module of 3D visualization. So we need to zoom in the area where the signatures are intersected. We have to activate the module of 3D visualization and just click the button Create 3D Module, and device will automatically capture the image under different angles, and the software will estimate the shadows and create the 3D model of our examined area. Now, in our storage, there is a new file, so we can open this one. We can operate with our 3D model. We can zoom in and rotate. This module has 3 modes. Original one, this, where the color of the ink displayed originally. The second one is surface, where we can estimate the properties of the surface and edges of the strokes. And the last one, height palette, where we can estimate the depth of the strokes according to the color map. Yeah, and here we can determine that the strokes, the edges of the strokes of the black signature, they're uninterrupted, while the edges of the blue signature are interrupted. So it means that the black one was written the second. In this model, we can manipulate with our 3D model. We can adjust the brightness, the position of light. We can do inversion. We can rotate, zoom in. We can capture the image for our report in any position of our 3D model. So we can prove our conclusion in our report using this photo. So before we move on to the Q&A session, let's consider some key features of our flagship, Regula 4308. This device has two optical systems, which are equipped with high-resolution cameras. The top one has 14 megapixels, and the bottom one 12 megapixels. The top optical system provides up to 580 times on-screen magnification and 320 times optical zoom. So thanks of special design of this device, adjustable optical system and side opening flaps, this device is ideal for examination large format objects like artworks and others object. At the same time, this device is equipped with a lot of tools, really. It has high resolution spectrometer, it has hyperspectral analysis, model for 3D visualization, wide range of light sources. So the Regula 4308 provides complete set of tools for high-level forensic examinations. At the same time, this device equipped with motorized oblique light sources, so they allow us to examine any types of reliefs here. It doesn't matter. It's raised strokes of intaglio printing, or it's indented strokes of handwritings or letterpress printing. And we can examine these features in both ranges, in the visible zone and in the infrared zone. Of course, we can adjust the position of these light sources, we can save the position of these light sources, and we can repeat it anytime. At the same time, movable X-Y object stage with micro steps up to 0.01 millimeter provide us the possibility to position accurately our examined object in any position. It's crucial when we examine some object under high magnification, when we are talking about, for instance, handwritten strokes or some tiny lines of background patterns. So it's very useful. What else? Also, our software is equipped with automated document examination. It's quite useful for forensic experts because they can instantly validate and cross-check information from the visible zone, from machine-readable zone, from RFID chip, from barcodes, letter screen, from any type of security features. So it's crucial during the examination of ID documents. Biometric facial recognition, it's also very useful for any type of forensic laboratories because it allows us to compare face images with any source of information. We can compare main and secondary holders portrait. We can compare image from RFID chip, from barcode, from external camera, or from any type of storage on your personal computer, etc. And last, some additional advanced capabilities of our software and our device. Our information reference system seamlessly integrated in our software for forensic devices, Regula Forensic Studio, because we know that it's like most of our examination for document verification and banknote verification, they are based on the comparison of our question object with the reference one. So both our solutions, they are integrated in the Regula Forensic Studio, so we can use together them. Our software allows to create automated scenarios, which are customized because every laboratory has their own some common widely used object for examination. So you can create some scenarios. It will make easier your workflow. IGR allows to obtain high resolution and bright images because the device will automatically capture the images with different level of exposure and generalize this summarized image. So it's crucial when we examine, for instance, when we analyze some finest element of infrared luminescence pattern, some lines of this pattern. And multifocus imaging, this function allows us to examine three-dimensional objects with regular surfaces because the device will automatically capture the image with different focal depths and create the sharp image of our examined object. Of course, it's not all. There is much more inside, but today we were focusing on your request, on our experience. If you have some questions about some other features of our device and so, please feel free to send questions via chat and we will answer them. So now we can move on to the Q&A session and I will be happy to answer your questions. Thank you for your attention. Now, let me check. How many scripts can the machine save? We have no limits about creating the scripts. You can create huge number of scripts for any type of the object, for any type of the banknotes, for any type of ID documents. So there is no limits. The second question is the first example you show the creation of an Regula script for repetitive analysis of the same type. This is helpful and intended for a general identification process. But what about for the generation of forensic intelligence? This examination could also be useful for this, yet the data output would not be optimal in the original photographic format. Do you offer additional features for tracking specific traits to manage forensics intelligence databasing, or have you consider this? Okay. What about these scenarios? Yeah, we are planning to implement this function in our ID platform. So in this platform, you will be able to collect all scenarios of examination. So yeah, you will have this opportunity for examination. Now let's check the next question. Is there any preferable examinations for historical manuscript with limited security feature? Yeah, we have this practice. We have experience of examination all documents and manuscripts. Yeah, and this experience is successful. Really, we help a lot different organizations which faced with these cases. So we have this experience, and this one was successful because our flagship contains a lot of tools, and we can adjust. We can use different type of light sources. We can use different models, so it's quite useful for. Yeah, really, every laboratory can find something for your task, like for your common objects. The next question is about color laser printer. Color laser printer. Could you please explain if you can decoding counterfeit protection system code? No, just here we just provide the tool for visualization of these patterns. If you have information, but really you can find this information in the internet, of course you can decode this information, but we cannot provide this information because the producers mostly they keep in secret. Thanks. Thank you very much. What does it mean with high dynamic range? High dynamic range is a special module, IRGR, which provides capturing the image with different level of exposure. It's quite useful when we examine some dark objects. As I mentioned, for instance, we have to analyze, for instance, ultraviolet luminescence patterns, some like tiny lines. So in this case, we can use this function to obtain the high resolution, high quality, bright and sharp image. Do you have battle cards between your device and competitor ones, like Thales, for example? But no. But as I know, the Thales, they don't produce forensic devices. They're focusing on devices and solutions for automated document verification, as I know. No, but we didn't. What is the area of spectroscopic analysis? You can use spectrometer for any task. You can compare some printed inks. You can compare handwritten inks. It's just quite useful tool for examination and for comparison of color characteristics of the object. So you can apply this one. It's up to you. It depending on your task, on your object. Thank you very much. Thank you for presentation or contact. I'm planning to. Okay, well, it's is it possible? The next question. Is possible to arrange spectroscopy analysis? Well, I didn't get what the idea. Yeah, as I mentioned, we can use spectroscopy, our spectrometer for any type. When we need to compare the color characteristics of the inks, of the printed inks, of the handwritten inks, it's up to you. Greeting from Brazil. Hello. Where in the software can we perform the analysis of yellow dots from laser printing? This function is located in the tab of examination in our Regula Forensic Studio software. Initially, you have to capture the image of the printed document with magnification approximately from 5.5, and you can move on to turn to the tab examination and activate this function of yellow dots in the top part of your screen. So if you need some tips, you can connect with us and we will provide more information. About multi-focus, yes, this function, the idea of this function is that the device automatically captures a lot of images with different focal depths. Yeah, this one intended for examination for capturing images of three-dimension object with irregular surfaces, some big one or like with uneven surfaces. So the idea is that the device captures the images with different focal depths and summarize all these like images in the one summarized sharp photo. We have 4306. Can we update the software to the version you show? So you have to connect with me or with our support team, and they will help you to update if it's possible. But I believe that it's possible because the 4301 is the latest, 4306 is the latest our device. So I believe you can. Could we receive a link to review the recording of this presentation, please? Yeah, of course, we will send you the link with this webinar. Thank you, Engine. What distinguishes the 4308 device from other similar devices? 4308 is really our flagship with a lot of tools. This one is the best one, the biggest machine, our flagship. It has much better optical system. It has a lot of motorized tools like movable object stage, movable top optical system. It has two optical system. A lot of differences. Yeah, it equipped with spectrometer. It's the same time, so it depends what device you have, and because some differences between 4308 and 4306, there are some differences between 4308 and 4307. So, but this one is flagship and this one is the best one. Could you see example on this in quick action? I didn't get good examples on this in quick action. Okay, we will check. Oh, okay. If we will have not enough time to answer all your questions, we will send you the answer via email. So don't worry. Okay, we have just 5 minutes and taking overlapping lines. Can this device also determine the priority of two texts written in blue inks? Yeah, for 3D model, it doesn't matter what the color of the inks, because in this case, we analyze the relief, intended strokes, and the device automatically, yeah. And I should mention that our 3D module has also a mode of examination in the infrared light, where the inks, as usual, they are invisible in the infrared light. So it doesn't matter. During this examination, we examine the relief of the strokes, so it doesn't matter. Just for demonstration, we choose two signatures which are written using different color inks, just for demonstration. But for examination, it doesn't matter. We can use any type of signatures. For illumination, 99% LED. Which type of illumination, not LED? We use only one lamp, halogen lamp for spectrometer, because for spectrometer we have to provide wide range white light. So in this tool, we use some additional lamp, halogen lamp. Do your device include magnetic field detection for verifying document and banknotes? This device doesn't include this one, but additionally we can provide this device as accessory for additional one. Mag mouse, Regula 4197. It's possible to use together, but most of laboratories normally, yeah, they buy together these devices. Thank you for this webinar and this Zoom device. Thank you. And for you. What is the accuracy of overlaps of intersection of strokes? Of course, there are a lot of facts which can have impact because it depends on the pressure, it depends on the relief, it depends on what kind of pens were used, so a lot of, Of course, we cannot guarantee 100% that you will determine the sequence of intersecting strokes, but it's like additional tool for your examination, for your possibilities, because you can use different ones. Of course, you can use like a microscopic examination, you can use oblique light sources for examination of indented strokes and to analyze the relief. But like additional tool, we are providing 3D model. The recording of this webinar. We will share with you the link. For facial comparison, is it possible to compare for two printed or two different documents? It's possible. You can use any type of source of information, as I mentioned. You can use a document, you can use just a photo, you can use a file from your storage, from your PC, you can use image from RFID chip, any types. Could you provide more explanation about the device's capability and ability to examine signature under infrared light? I didn't get what you mean, but of course you can use different. We have a huge set of infrared light sources with different wavelengths. Under infrared light, as I mentioned, we have a huge set of infrared light sources. We have in the top with different wavelengths, we have oblique infrared light, we have infrared light sources in our module for 3D visualization, we have transmitted infrared light. It's up to you. You can use them. As I mentioned, mostly the inks are of handwritings. They are invisible in the infrared light, so you can just analyze the relief of the strokes. So that's all. Maybe if you have any more questions, please send us. We will send you answers via email. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for joining us. I hope we will see you again during our new webinars. So goodbye. Thank you.